Hey y'all. Make sure my sound is on. How y'all doing? Alright, you guys, so today, I should probably actually put this in the comments. Today we are interviewing Young T and Bugsey, so we're just waiting for them. So pull up and then I will add them to the chat. Hey Nate Dog. Hey Els. Oh Lord. Well, let me know when you start doing all of that so I don't go outside. I don't need nobody hitting my car. Shoot. How is everybody out doing today? I'm not like, I wasn't ready for it to start raining last night. I literally came on here yesterday, you guys, and was like, oh my God, it's so warm outside. Literally 7 o'clock as soon as I started my show, rain. I was like, what in the world? I was like, this is some Seattle's at its finest stuff, y'all. But we should be used to it, right? Hey, Lala. Put this in here. I don't know why I don't type this before I put this thing on my tripod. I do this every time, you guys. Every single time. Man, weed is a must. I think I just seen Young T and Bugsey. Ooh, Bugsey. Okay, let me pin that. Huh. Woo, that was work, y'all. My arms hurt. Let me add them in real quick, y'all.
Hey.
Hey guys. Oh, how are y'all doing?
We're all right, you know. We're good.
Oh, this is dope.
Good.
We're chilling, quarantining. Trying to stay safe.
Okay, so you guys are still quarantined over there.
Yeah. Like lockdown's not finished yet. It's not finished yet, innit? I think we still got a couple more weeks before they're gonna.
Are you guys doing phases? For everybody that don't know, we are doing Live and Lit with Besa. Today's guest is Young T and Bugsey. So we're gonna talk about, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Y'all know I like to get in people's business, but not too much because I'm not messy like that.
Yeah.
So here, you know, like Washington State was the epicenter for COVID when it first hit the US. So we are still kind of like doing a small little battle, and we're actually starting a new measure starting on the 18th in our King County area where you literally will have to wear a mask in order to leave the house. Well, not to leave the house, but if you go to the grocery store, you go to like anywhere where you could be within 6 feet of someone, you will have to wear a mask.
Well, everyone. Oh, I swear that.
Yeah.
That's mad. I didn't even know it was that serious down there. That's
crazy.
I
went to the grocery store, what was it, Saturday, and as soon as you walked in, it was this little sign that said, you don't have a mask, we have one for you.
Oh, I swear, providing masks.
Everybody had masks. It looked insane. I wasn't feeling that.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Real quick, I was going to save this for later, but I just saw that the song Don't Rush entered the U.S. charts at 100, so congrats.
Yeah,
Is
we just got on there.
Is it like a different feeling charting in the U.S. versus back home, or is it like the same?
I'd probably say it's probably a bigger thing, innit? Because USA, they got a bigger platform, innit, and a bigger audience, innit?
Yeah. Like it's way more difficult to chart in the US, if you're not from the US, innit, do you know what I mean? Like it requires a lot more, innit, do you know what I mean? Because it's hard to tap into the US like audience and US market, innit? Like it's kind of difficult, innit? So it is a bigger thing, but I think like it kind of feels the same as well. I don't feel it feels the same.
Yeah.
Like on paper is a big thing, but it feels the same. Like if we got a top 10 in the UK, like it will feel the exact same thing. Like still feel like how it feels now, innit? So I feel like the feeling's the same, but just like on paper it's bigger, innit? Yeah.
That makes sense because no matter what, it's technically the same thing. It's just a different group.
Literally, literally. Just it's just a different country. Literally, just a different country.
And then like with TikTok, you guys went even I did a Don't Rush challenge. Okay.
Oh, swear down, you done one as well.
I have one. It was like me and a bunch of girls in radio. We all did the Don't Rush challenge. So it's interesting to have you guys here now. And I'm like, yeah, I did it.
Shit. No, make sure after this live, make sure you send it over.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Did you guys like when you first saw the challenge? Like, what was your thought?
When we first saw it, we just thought it was a sick challenge, but we never knew that it was gonna grow to where it went, innit? Because normally, like, these challenges that we see in the UK, that happens like all the time, innit? But for it to go worldwide is something else.
Yeah, definitely. It was different. It was different feeling. Still, it was different.
It was lit. I remember like when I first was starting to being able to play it on my station, I was like, hey, I saw this on TikTok.
Like the song definitely blew up kind of quickly. Like I feel like in the space of like 2 weeks, like it went from like just like where it was to just like everywhere type of thing. Like it went from videos coming from all around the world, didn't it? So it blew up kind of quickly still.
And the song is on your latest mixtape. It's called Plead the Fifth.
Yeah.
What made you guys do a mixtape rather than an album?
To be honest, it's our first body of work, you know. Like we've never dropped a mixtape before, innit? So I think we just wanted to make the right steps first, innit?
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? Like do our mixtape first and then go on to doing an album and things like that, innit? Like just do it the right way. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Yeah. Now, because you guys decided to put it as a mixtape, did you expect to have songs like Strike a Pose and Don't Rush like blow up the way that they did? Because Don't Rush is at like what 21 million views or something crazy like that on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I think when we made the songs, like those songs specifically, like we knew there was gonna be like good songs in it. We didn't know the extent of how far it would go or how big it will go, or whatever. We just knew there were good songs. Like they're definitely good songs that if we put these songs out, people are gonna like it, in it. So I think that's kind of what we work off, in it. Like when we make songs, there'll be songs like this one's a banger, this one's good, this one's a vibe, this one's this and that. Do you know what I mean? Like we know what kind of song it is, isn't it? So once you know what criteria it fits, if you package it right and drop it at the right time or whatever, and obviously all the stars align, you never know what it can turn out to be in it. But from when the core of the song is a good song, then it can be anything in it. Cause everyone likes music in it. You know what I'm saying? So if the song's good, then anyone can feel it. You never know how far it can be in it.
These are facts. It just takes that one moment for it to catch, and then
for real.
Don't Rush spread it like wildfire. I was like, this song is everywhere. I'm not mad at it.
No, thank
you. I saw
thank
something on Twitter and I really liked it. One of your fans said, Young T and Bugsey have always been in a league of their own, and that's when the blessings will come. Follow your own path. What does it make you feel like to see those things when your supporters are saying just positive things like that to keep you guys going, especially during crazy lockdowns like this?
No, it feels good still. It feels very, very good. It shows that they understand man's thing, in it. They understand what we're trying to do. Cause that's what we set out to do. Like we haven't set out to follow a trend or fit into one box or whatever. We just want to be Young T and Bugsey, innit? Like we don't. Obviously, when you're coming up, you get bare comparisons to other people and whatnot. But I feel like as we've dropped our songs and we've dropped banger after banger that people can't deny, and people actually genuinely like the songs, in it. Like it's made people think, these guys are actually in their own pocket, in their own lane, in their own thing. Like they do their own thing. Cause we're not really conforming to the sounds of the UK necessarily. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like we just make whatever we make, and it happens to pop in it. It happens to fit in whatever's going on with the UK in it. So I feel like that's what we're gonna stay doing, and that's what we're about, in it. We're just about adding our flavor into whatever we're doing, in it.
As you should, because nobody likes music that sounds the same. I know I don't.
No, most definitely. No, most definitely.
If I listen to your music, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna hear someone else that sounds like Young T or Bugsey. Like it's just like you guys have like unique voices, and it doesn't sound like you're trying to be like someone else.
Somebody else,
I
mean? yeah. Most definitely, Thank you.
Now, for people that don't know, you guys are not related. You guys are actually friends that met at like 15. So back then, were you separately Young T and Bugsey, and then just came together?
We were separate. I was Young T, he's Bugsey, for those who don't know. And we became friends around then, and we started making music together. And then gradually, as we grew up together, we became a duo, innit? It was nothing that was planned or anything like that. I think because we made music together every time, innit? Like I worked on his stuff, he worked on my stuff, and then we just started releasing music together, and then it just grew like that.
That makes sense. Now, because it's two of you, and obviously you guys have two completely different personalities, how do you make sure you're not stepping on each other's toes?
I feel like we just built a friendship first, and I feel like our friendship really grew, like first before we ever even really decided to even take music super serious, if that makes sense. I feel like our friendship was already there. So when we was taking music seriously and really going for it, like a lot of like squabbles, a lot of like things that maybe you might have to deal with, we didn't have to like actually have to deal with it like that. And I feel like we sort of like gone past that type of stuff, if that makes sense, innit? So I feel like we don't really argue like we don't really argue or like fight and things like that, innit? I just like
always good vibes.
Yeah, but I feel like we just have a respect for each other, have respect for each other's opinion, innit? Do you know what I mean? Cause like whenever like each other's saying something, like you just know it's not coming from a rubbish place. Does that make sense? It's not coming from a whatever place, and like they genuinely like meaning what they're saying, and so whatever they're saying to you, you're always gonna take it in and to some sort of like degree in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's never we just have that type of relationship, and we don't fight, we don't really squabble in it. We just know what we're doing. We're just friends, innit? Do you know what I mean? Man, just like actually genuinely friends, innit? So that's what it is.
I love it. In your song Bully Beef, you said could have been worse, ended up all right. 10 bully beef, used to eat it with rice. What is bully beef?
You know what? You don't know what that is?
When I clicked the song title, I was like, wait, it's something.
No, bully beef is corned beef. It's corned beef.
Okay.
Yeah, corned beef. Like the Jamaicans call it bully beef and that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teach me.
Teach me.
It's basically like a poverty meal, innit? Like it comes in a tin, innit? So,
yeah.
It sounds like spam.
Do you have it's like it's kind of like spam, innit? It's kind of like spam, innit? But it's corned beef, innit? Like you might have it in you'll have it in America, but I think it's called something else in America. I think it's called something else in America, innit? But like the Jamaicans call it bully beef, innit? So like
people in the comments apparently know what it is. Now, if you were to like do a comparison, what was life like growing up versus now? So like if you look back, you're like, damn, this is what I grew up from. Like, what's the contrast? How are you feeling?
Contrast. I think probably just what we like think about on the 24s, isn't it? I think that's probably what I say is the biggest contrast. I feel like now, like our life's just all about music, innit? I feel like mainly, innit? Like a big majority of our life is just all about music, innit? That's all man really focus on, innit? I feel like before there was more things around us. I think more distractions, more just things growing up, innit? I mean, just things growing up, innit? But I feel like that's the main difference that I was saying, that because I feel like we've always had like the same sort of outlook on life as we did back then as can we do now. We've just sort of like growing up with it, innit? So it's like I don't think money's changed us or anything like that. I don't think anything like fame or anything like that's changed. I feel like we're just the same brothers, innit? We're just in the circumstances we're in the circumstances. I mean, we make good music, innit? That's like I think we've come to the realization that like when you're doing what man do, like you're gonna eventually get to some sort of level anyways, innit? So this is what comes within it, and I feel like that's something we've sort of like always wanted since we was young. Does that make sense? Like since we've been doing this, we haven't seen ourselves as like we're gonna be like mediocre or gonna be like just any old rapper. Like we always knew we're gonna be big rappers, like we're gonna be sick, like we're gonna be known for something, and like we're gonna be, do you know what I mean? So it's like now like things are coming into fruition, like it doesn't feel weird, doesn't feel odd, doesn't feel
it's not really surprising.
It's not surprising, like it's not a shock, but it's something
like you've seen it, like you manifested it, and it was like this is the plan. I said I was gonna do this. I did the work I needed to do to get here, and this is my reward.
That's how it feels. It feels like this is what man's always seen ourselves as, in it. So like, and even like how it is now, it's not. This is not the pinnacle. Like,
that's the thing. That's the
that's the beauty on it.
We know that we want to do so much more in it. So even the stage, we couldn't let the stage that we're at like fool us or
gas us.
Get to our heads or
Because we know there's more. There's more to come in it. There's more to come.
I feel it. Did you guys hear about Ahmaud Arbery?
Who's that?
So he's a guy he's actually African American. He was taking a jog in Georgia, and then these two white guys basically hunted him down.
Yeah. I seen it. Yeah, I seen it. It was two men. It was dad and his son, innit?
Yeah, it was a dad and a son, and then there was like a friend that was like following behind him, and he was recording. And so like Ahmaud was just minding his own business, and I guess he always would do like a morning run. And so the white guys claim that they saw him trying to break into something, like someone's home or whatever. But he was literally just jogging, minding his own business, had on a white t-shirt, no weapon, no nothing. And so they followed him, basically boxed him in, and then shot him. And he died. And that happened in February. Nobody really found out until like a couple weeks ago.
Is it?
And so we're still trying to get them prosecuted. So my question was, is that stuff that happens over there? Or is that just America?
I think if I'm being honest, I would say it's more that type of stuff, like the seriousness. It happens more in America. If I'm being honest, like in the UK, nobody really like. You're not allowed guns here, innit? It's only police who's allowed guns.
It's only armed police.
Like,
normal police ain't allowed
can't have guns in it. Obviously, my man wasn't a policeman, but again, like nobody can have guns in it. Like I can't walk in a shop and go buy a gun or blah 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 for a gun or anything like that. Like, the only guns that's here is like hunting guns and things like that, innit? But like we do like
random shootings is weird. Like random like things
in that manner as well.
In that manner,
like in that manner on a racial thing.
On a racial manner is weird.
Like
yeah.
I always wondered. I'm like, is it just like this here? Like I feel like you never really hear these types of stories happening outside of like. You know what I mean?
There's definitely been cases in the UK of that type of stuff,
that type of stuff.
And with police as well. With police, there's definitely like cases with that type of stuff of wrongful killings in the UK. But like that's more of an American thing because the gun laws in America are more lenient to guns, innit? But here it's a no tolerance thing, innit? So it's like. It doesn't really happen as much, but I think because America, there's more people who have access to guns and just like you can get a gun easier. I feel like that's why there's way more them occurrences in America, innit?
Those rifle laws, man. They be damned if we get rid of those guns.
It's more of a knife thing over here in the UK. It's not a gun thing. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem there.
Which is sad. I mean, I wish that we could get rid of the guns, but anytime that people try to be like, we need to lessen sales of guns, people basically start rioting. It's like, people don't play about their guns out here.
I didn't even know that. America's crazy.
They don't play that. We're going to do something real quick. I call 9 randoms with Besa.
Yeah.
So, first question, who's the better cook?
T. Yeah.
Okay. One thing that keeps you going or has kept you going during this COVID lockdown?
Knowing that like when we get out of it, everything's gonna be like 10 times better.
Yeah.
Who takes the longest in the studio to record their part?
T. Probably me sometimes.
T, definitely T.
Do you feel that you have earned London's respect?
I feel like
or do you feel like you're still earning it?
I feel like because we're from Nottingham, we've never set out to earn London's respect, but I feel like London definitely gives man respect in it. I feel like they definitely respect man's thing in it. They definitely respect like what we bring to the table and what we bring to the UK scene in it. Like that's why I'll definitely say that in it.
Okay. Do either of you people watch?
Do either people watch?
We mean
people watch.
What's that?
By that?
But like, say you're, I don't know, in the grocery store and someone's like doing weird things, like maybe you just kind of like watch them. Like, I'm an introvert, so like when I used to take the bus, I used to just sit around with my glasses and just watch people. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, that's the first I heard of that thing, you know. That's the first I heard of it.
So people watching, you just be like,
vigilant, like a vigilant thing. No, I kind of still. I'll be honest.
It depends if they do something funny in it. Like if I see something funny or a bit off, then you know what I mean. You gotta stay a bit.
Like if someone does something that's just completely like way out of this like of like the status quo, I just think like, alright, cool. Let me just keep her. Do you know what I mean? Keep my senses up with mine, man. Keep my senses up in it. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Okay. Who is on your wish list to work with by the end of 2020?
By the end of 2020. Oh.
Even if it's just like 1 or 2 people.
What's that? UK wise or US or just like a whole?
Like a whole.
So probably J Huss.
Yeah.
Probably J Huss. And probably Drizzy, you know.
Everybody gotta get that one Drizzy.
Probably Drizzy, you know. Probably Drizzy. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't come out, just I know I've done a track with him. You know what I mean?
That would be lit.
I got one in the locker. You know what I mean?
That would be lit. Who's the better dancer?
Probably T.
Okay. Most meaningful moment in your career thus far.
Meaningful. I've had a lot of meaningful moments, to be honest.
I think our headline show in Nottingham.
Yeah.
I think our first headline show in Nottingham still. It's so that rapid. I remember was there in the crowd. I'm just seeing bare people that I used to roll with. Like we used to like go to parties together and just chill with and chill in McDonald's and that, and like even like school teachers and that, like people in man's like it was crazy. I think that was probably like one of the proudest. I'm proud that man's doing this, innit? Definitely.
I like it. And by end of 2020, Young T and Bugsey will be one of y'all or both of y'all can fill in the blank.
Multiple property owners. Multiple property owners. That's what we'll be. Multiple property owners.
Most definitely.
Keep getting 21 million on them videos. It's gonna happen in like the next month. I was like, sheesh. All right, well, that's all the questions I have for you two. I want to thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
Make sure you stream Plead the Fifth. I want to say it's on all streaming platforms right about now.
Yeah, most definitely. It's on everything. Plead the Fifth out now.
Yes, and again, congrats on cracking Hot 100, and I'm gonna send you that link of my Don't Rush challenge.
Yeah, please send it over.
Thank you. No, yeah, definitely. After this, send it on DMs or posting that story in it. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Thank you. God bless.
Of course. Thanks, guys.
In a bit.